Hello everyone, I am Dr. Muhammad Saleh from Pakistan. Either you are undergraduate medical student or you are preparing for highly competent exams like USMLE. My lectures are very much helpful for you. Adhere with my YouTube channel and share with your friends so that more and more students can take advantage from these free videos. Thank you.
This is first video of Introduction to Endocrinology. In Introduction to Endocrinology, I will address some basic concepts that are common among all endocrine systems. Endocrinology is Endocrinology is study of endocrine glands in body endocrine glands of body which are scattered throughout the body. Endocrinology is the study of endocrine glands of body, their secretions, which are chemical substances called hormones. And actions of these chemical substances on different organs of body. Endocrinology is the study of endocrine glands of body which are scattered throughout the body. Endocrine glands. Gland is any organ or tissue of the body that secrete different substances like hormone, enzymes, milk, saliva, or any other substance. There are two types of glands, endocrine glands and exocrine glands. Endocrine glands are those glands which secrete their products without any duct into the interstitial fluid and then into the circulatory blood. Means their products are secreted without any duct into the interstitial fluid and then from where they reach the circulation. And exocrine glands, endocrine glands. The second type, exocrine glands. Exocrine glands are those which secrete their product through the duct. So, endocrine glands are those which secrete their products without any duct directly into the blood circulation through interstitial fluid. Study of endocrine glands of body which are scattered throughout the body. Their secretions which are chemical substances called hormones. The word hormone is derived from Greek word hormone, which means to set in motion. So, Study of endocrine glands of body, their secretions, which are hormones, and actions of these chemical substances on different organs of the body. The function of endocrine system of the body is to maintain homeostasis. Function of endocrine system is to maintain homeostasis. Is to maintain homeostasis. Homeostasis is maintaining nearly constant conditions of internal environment of the body. The function of endocrine system of body is to maintain homeostasis, and this is achieved through series of events. First, hormone is secreted from the gland, and then hormone travel within the blood, and then hormone reach to the target organ. Hormone is secreted from the gland, and then hormone travel within the blood, and then hormone act only on its target organ. Hormone don't act on other organs of the body, because target organs contain the receptors for that hormone. So hormone acts only on its target organ. Hormone, when reaches to the target organ, hormone binds to its receptors, and then desired function is obtained. When desired function is obtained, the target organ feeds back to control the concentration of that hormone in body. For example, this is called feedback control or feedback mechanisms that control the concentration of hormone in the body. There are two types of the feedback mechanisms. That control concentration of hormones in body. Feedback mechanisms that control the concentration of hormones in bodies. There are two types of feedback mechanisms, positive and negative. Two types. Positive and negative. When target organ causes increased release of the hormone from the gland, that is known as positive feedback. And if the target organ causes decrease or inhibited release of the hormone from the gland, that is called negative feedback. The examples of positive feedback mechanism are luteinizing hormone surge and parturition, and the negative feedback mechanisms are more common, and these are discussed. For example, positive feedback mechanism of parturition or luteinizing hormone surge, these are discussed in detail accordingly in their respective lectures. And the journal example of negative feedback mechanism is that the normal osmolality of blood is from 275 to 299 milliosmol. This is range of osmolality of blood. When in a dehydrated condition, the osmolality of blood is increased, and when in rehydration or overhydration condition, the osmolality of the blood is decreased. So when osmolality of the blood is increased, means it is become more than 300 milliosmol. then osmoreceptors in hypothalamus are activated, which causes the release of vasopressin or antidiuretic hormone from the pituitary gland, from posterior pituitary gland. Vasopressin or antidiuretic hormone. The increase in osmolality of the blood causes the activation of osmoreceptors in hypothalamus, which causes release of antidiuretic hormone or vasopressin from the posterior pituitary gland. Antidiuretic or vasopressin hormone act on the renal collecting tubules and collecting ducts to reabsorb more water. Then more water is absorbed, reabsorbed. Then the osmolality of the blood starts to decline towards normal range. When osmolality reaches to the normal range, then this causes the inhibition to release antidiuretic hormone from the hypothalamus and pituitary. Means when desired effect is obtained, osmolality become normal, then this causes negative feedback mechanism, or this causes to decrease the secretion of ADH or vasopressin from the hypothalamus or pituitary gland. This is example of negative feedback mechanism. Also, when osmolality of blood is increased, it also activates osmoreceptors in the hypothalamus, which activate the thirst center in hypothalamus, and which causes increase in thirst, and then resulting into the water intake, which causes decrease in the osmolality of the blood, and which results into negative feedback, that is decreased activation or inhibition of the osmoreceptors in the hypothalamus. In addition to this feedback mechanism which control the level of hormone in body, periodic variations in hormone release also occur, which is influenced by seasonal changes, diurnal cycle, and sleep. For example, growth hormone is secreted more during the early stages of the sleep, and it is secreted in less concentration during the later period of the sleep. The other physiological systems of the body, for example, gastrointestinal system or nervous system, they are defined along anatomic lines, but the endocrine system of the body cannot be defined along the clear anatomic lines. It is distributed system of glands and circulating hormones, and it is stimulated by nervous system. Names of endocrine glands or tissues of the body. Endocrine glands or tissues of body: hypothalamus, anterior and posterior pituitary gland, thyroid gland, parathyroid, adrenal cortex, adrenal medulla, adrenal cortex, adrenal medulla, endocrine pancreas, gonads. Male gonads are testes and female are ovaries. Kidney, placenta, heart, stomach, small intestine, adipocytes. These are the endocrine glands or tissues of the body. Hormones secreted by these glands and their functions will be discussed in their respective lectures. In next video, I will discuss synthesis and secretion of hormones.